Hello, guys. Welcome to this channel. We're going to start this small course. It's very practical, very important course to help you develop social skills.
And of course, we are so happy to have you here, and we hope that this session is going to be of a great help to you. We are offering this course because we have been looking and analyzing that there are a lot of problems related to social skills. So we want to help in whatever we can with the information that we have. So Anna is going to explain you what this course is about, how many sessions will it have, and the problems that we are going to try to help you solve.
Yes, sure. Let's get started. First of all, let's get acquaintance a little. We're Anna and Maria from Russia and Mexico. And yes, Maria gained an education, a pretty interesting education. She's concealing other people and their families to help them build better communication, better relationship, and solve problems. And me, I studied psychology and I'm going to go further in this field. And right now I have more than 200 hours of consultation. We met a few years ago when we were practicing English. This was an app for practice, but many people considered it like a romantic app. So I started to communicate, and there were a lot of guys. And then I found Maria, and we talked normally.
Of course.
Yeah. And our mission here is to actually share our experiences, help you to be more yourself and express yourself well and have fun along the way. Yeah, and we promote honesty, assertiveness. We help you relax because this world is pretty demanding, and sometimes you want to do something that differ from what others do. Sometimes you want just sit and drink some coffee and not challenge yourself, and it's absolutely okay. So we provide values that help you to do what you really want. And of course, about our course, why is this so important?
As Anna said previously, we think that nowadays we are living in a very demanding world where there is not a lot of, time to relax and to think about what we want, what we really want. We also have the problem with social, social skills that have not been developed, and a lot of people are kind of stuck there and they want to do something but they don't know how to. So social skills actually are not so important right now, or so for people don't consider them very important because we have many other things like technology that can somehow take the place of social skills. But when we realize that actually social skills are the core or humanity, we need to think about it and start again developing the social skills. So first of all, social skills, they help us to connect with people. So they are very important. They are very important because at the end of the day, even if we are just technology people, we also like to connect. The human connection is so important, and it has been so set aside on the last years at least because of the technology. I am not against technology, of course, but I think that we should consider more the social skills now because technology has been taking all over. So the personal growth, self-improvement also, because it helps you connect with other people. It helps you look at the other people and see also their needs. And it helps you develop also emotional intelligence, which is actually the key to be successful in everything. And also the mental health, which is nowadays a big deal, but actually it's not a very new thing. So nowadays we have a lot of mental health problems because we have not paying attention to how we connect to people, how we treat the people, and well, we should do something about it. And so in this course, we are going to help you develop the social skills. If you want, of course, we are here just as helpers. We will give you some tools so that you can develop your social skills or reconnect with people. So in each session, we are going to target a different problem, and we are going to try to help you solve the problem. We're going to work it with you, and we are building actually our community. In that community, we are going to upload just more content and we can help you more. But okay, in this course, we are trying just the basic problems, which are more than enough, I think.
Yes, and I'm really inspired by this course, by what we're providing, because it's a great opportunity for develop your skills in a safe environment. And also, yes, social media, they are helpful to us. They give us the replacement of dopamine, but we never receive this quality of dopamine, this quality of life, if we don't have social skills, if we can't interact. We just make ourselves lonely by doing this. So we're definitely going to grow, and many of us just don't know what to do or how to practice in real life because it's really demanding, it's scary. Some people can be cruel to you, or maybe you can just hurt yourself while trying to practice. So we created this environment to support you. Yeah. This is one of the most important things because, yeah, we have a lot of information on the internet, but who reads it? Who does what they provide on the internet? Just small amount of people. Here we have a comfortable atmosphere to practice. It might replace the consultation, really expensive consultation with psychologist, or attending like public courses, public speaking courses. And you can enjoy yourself because we create maximum of comfort for you. What we gain from this course, Maria?
Okay, I think it's very important, this one. Um, some people don't like how they are, like you stay true to yourself, or be yourself. It's like the trend nowadays, but actually most people are not very, let's say, they don't like how they are, and so they don't want to stay true to themselves. That is why they are so easy to manipulate. So
Yeah.
here we are going to work with these specific needs of yours. How would you like to be? What it's not about changing you, but more working with which parts of you would you like to bright more? Which parts of you would you like to uh, not be so bad as you have? Because we all have parts of us psychologically and physically and whatever that we don't like, and others that we like. So the issue here is to work with the parts that we have not worked yet, but have a lot of potential and are good. So, for example, how you freely express your needs, it's a part of the emotional intelligence. And it's very interesting because how you express your needs will be a successful communication or not, depending on how you express them. So we are going also to teach you a little bit of that. Being persistent, of course, it has to do with discipline as well. And also, it's part of the protocol how to carry yourself with grace as well. So it's a body language issue on how you command respect without saying a word, with just how you groom yourself and how you express yourself, how you have this body language. So it's very important. We also are going to have a small part of a session about this protocol and how to behave in front of people, how to be educated is very good. And also handle manipulations. Well, that's another very interesting topic. And it's very difficult. It's very difficult, but it's very useful, I think.
Yes, I agree with you. And handling manipulations also demand a lot of work, developing a lot of skills. So we'll touch a part of this in our course. We're going to help you to develop resilience among these. But of course, we can't cover everything. So we'll create further programs for these courses, for these skills. And of course, yeah, as we said already about safe environment, why this course unique is that you can comfortably practice, you can participate in role playing, which will help you to shape your skills and use them in real world. So our meetings, our course is practical. And on this point, we can start our practice. Maria and I will show you how it works, how we practice together. And at the end of the session, we can give each other feedback, small feedback on how we hold ourselves, maybe what can be improved, and etc. So I turned off the demonstration because we don't need it for now. And we can start from the point of expressing yourself, to carry yourself well. Maria, I would like to ask you how it works. When you feel a little bit tense, uncomfortable in social situation, and you want to relax, you want to feel confident, how can you carry yourself at this moment?
Well, it depends, of course, on the situation that you are at. It's very common, I've seen a lot of people that when they feel tense, they are, for example, in a meeting and they don't feel very comfortable with the people. They don't know the people and they are more shy. They are not very extrovert and they don't know how to connect with people. They always take their cell phones and they start watching their cell phones and on the screen, and even though if they don't have any messages or so, they start just because the cell phone nowadays has become a tool that we can use in many situations, especially when people feel very anxious or when they feel uncomfortable. So techniques for feeling first, for just like to help your brain and your body feeling less stress, is to breathe. So you can breathe. Of course, you're not going to do the yoga in front of all the people, but breathe in and hold for some seconds and, breathe in again, hold, and just exhale for some seconds. So that helps a lot because somehow that helps you to see the scene in a different way. Also, it helps a lot how we dress. So I am not saying that you should buy the most expensive dresses and suits and whatever. No, but when you groom yourself, when you are clean, when you put some perfume or some scent that mm, it makes you look better, even if you are not on a Gucci or Carolina Herrera dress. It doesn't have to be a designer dress. It can be just a simple dress. And so the psychology of colors also it's very handy, but we are not getting into this topic now. Probably in the community we will upload some content about that, but it is very interesting how people that, for example, the millionaires or so, they have always some mints, sweets in their purses, in their suits, so they always smell good. They always take care of little details. You don't need to actually do a lot. So that is very interesting how how you dress and how you behave can impact people directly just by looking at you. And so, of course, the posture of your body should be open if you want to people to approach you. You should be open. Your arms and your hands should not be just crossed. That is not a good thing. So there was a study, very interesting study, that was made in the United States, and it's about very attractive, beautiful women that they were like super beautiful, super attractive, and men did not approach them. And so there was a study on why men don't approach them if they are so beautiful and so attractive. And they were, of course, in the bars. They were in the restaurants and places where there were lots of men, but they were alone. And psychologists could not figure out why attractive women are not approached by men. Some say that, oh yeah, because men are too scared to blah blah blah. No, no, no. It was interesting. It was
Probably.
all about, yeah, it was all about the body language of them.
Mm.
Usually these attractive women were alone on the bar, where they ask for the drinks, and they were on a very, so to say, stiff position, like they were closed, their arms were closed, and they were turning their backs to all the other people. And actually, they were not doing that on purpose. They were just sitting there. And so this study was made by psychologists, I think, and a lot more people. And so they decided to tell these women, okay, what if you just turn yourself a little bit, your body? What if you just sit with your arms open, just like in a relaxed mode, with your arms open, and you will sit in a place where people, when they open the door, is the first table that they will see. Okay, so they made that change. They changed place of sitting, and they also changed their body language, their posture, and it was amazing. It was just amazing how people approached them. So it was just like that. They had to do nothing but to just their arms open their arms and sit. They just sat in another table. And even though they were alone and it didn't matter, just everybody approached them. So it's very interesting how your posture can attract people, even though you don't speak. You don't need to speak. You don't need to do anything, but to to be in a good posture. And so yeah, probably you could try that at home. You could just sit, because of course, if you do that, if you are used to sit in a certain way, with your arms just crossed, with your face just looking like a bulldog, yes.
Uh, you can say.
So yeah, so we can change that. We can change that actually. We just need to think about it. So it's a little bit of homework to think about, okay, which situations do I feel very uncomfortable? For example, Anna, which situations you feel uncomfortable with people, I mean, socially speaking?
Well, lately I feel a little bit uncomfortable on interviews, like job
Okay.
interview, or when I want to ask a question, but there are many people in the Zoom, I can feel stiff, like my mouth is stiff and I feel a little bit tense.
Okay. And have you realized what is your body language in those situations, or you don't pay attention?
Well, yeah, usually I see it like inconvenient pose for me.
Mm.
Uh, Usually my legs crossed, like it's
Ah,
when yeah,
uh-huh.
because nobody sees them. And
Ah,
yeah, I try to hold a face. This is, yeah,
okay.
something.
You know, it's very interesting how we think that, for example, that your legs, no one sees your legs, but actually you are feeling some kind
Mm.
of, even I've noticed, for example, that when I feel uncomfortable with some situation, I cross my legs.
Hmm.
I cross my legs like very, it's like I feel uncomfortable. So it is very interesting also how we need to be aware. For the first step is to think which situation is the situation that I would like to improve, how I feel, how I carry myself, in which situation do I feel the most uncomfortable? Because there are many situations in life, but which is like a problem to us, a real problem? Or, for example, that if you have your cell phone all the time, if you're looking at your cell phone, if you cannot get off your cell phone, that is also a problem. So the first thing is to have in mind, to analyze what is the situation that we feel uncomfortable. The second one is to be aware. Okay, when I feel uncomfortable like this, because also there are many kinds of uncomfortable situations and different levels. So we must think, okay, how do I feel? What do I do when I feel this uncomfortable? Like so uncomfortable, what do I do? If we have not think yet about it, if we have not analyzed or realized how we act, we must, because these uncomfortable situations are going to present in our whole lives. So the next time we feel uncomfortable, we think, okay, I am acting this way. Okay. So, and the third step is, how would I like to act when I feel uncomfortable? And start working with this. But it is, if we are not aware of the situation, there is nothing we can do about it, because how can we improve something that we don't know needs to be improved? So it's actually it's a necessity to be aware of the situation.
I agree with you. I'm trying to save open pose right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. to practice it. Um, I wonder if we can practice a little bit more so people who watch this can practice with us.
Okay.
For example, I have a situation like I'm on the webinar of admission committee in some college, and they just welcome us to ask any questions. Maybe I want to ask a question, but I don't know if it will be sound right in English. What other people think, and especially I want to make a good impression on committee, so it's a high level of importance. What can we do to prevent this worrying over the question and just go on and ask this question instead of it?
One thing, well, it has to do a lot with your personality. If you're extremely shy,
Mhm.
you will need a lot of work to do because it doesn't matter, even if you are a genius and you always have the best questions. If you are so shy that you cannot ask in front of people, there's a lot of work to do there. But usually, what helps a lot, it's is to think, and I've heard this. It's very interesting thought because most people want to ask the same question that you have, probably in a different ways, but they are shy that their question will be stupid. And so usually the one that asks the question is the one that saves the whole group because with the answer, the same question that all these people wanted to be asking, it's just solved. The matter is solved. So that happens a lot. That happens a lot more. We always think, oh no, my God, this question is going to be so stupid. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Like probably people will think in the worst of cases, people will think you are stupid. And so what? You have they won't tell you. You will not realize if they think you're stupid because they usually probably won't tell you like, oh my God, Anna, your question was so stupid. They won't.
Yeah.
It's the chances of them telling you that your question was stupid, they are is very low. That's one. The other one is that at the end of the day, the actually you won't see these people in your life. So what they think. So this is very um it is very important to have the confidence enough to ask a question. But I think that we are very scared and we are so afraid of what is going to happen. And we start just imagining all the things, the possibilities that could happen if the people think that my question will be stupid. Actually, people don't care that much. We make these problems so big. And so, of course, if you are shy, perhaps you could, when the session is finished, you could approach the one person and ask this person the question that you wanted to ask instead of asking in front of everybody if you are so scared of people thinking that your question is stupid. That is one thing, for example. And the other thing is start practicing, just practicing asking the questions. Actually, if you think why children ask so many questions, and some questions are like, why are you asking me this? But then you don't know how to answer them because actually the question is difficult to answer. So children learn asking questions, and they can ask sometimes the questions that for adults will be stupid, but that is the way that we learn asking questions. So it's just like it probably if you think that you will save your whole class with your question, it's going to help.
Yeah, I agree with you. And At the same time, it's not only our things that make us stop, not make initiative, not go and ask any questions, but also we have focus on ourselves. If we focus on only how do I look, how to say this right, what to do in this situation, we fully focus on ourselves. While we should be focusing on other people, just I will look at Maria. I look, okay, she's very beautiful. Her last name is beautiful. I look on the auditory. I will focus on the reality. I also can practice to focus on my emotions. What do I feel at this moment? What's going on in my body? This is pretty great practice when you first find 5 things. What do you see? Next, you find 3 things. What do you hear? And 3 things. What do you feel right now? And also, you can feel your core, like the point of gravitation, or something like that. And then you just present in the moment and you feel more comfortable with all of this. And
Yeah.
taking Maria's example, like breathing, it's very important because if you self-aware, you notice that in these tense situations, you start breathe like very, very small. You need,
Like a survival mode.
yeah, you need to breathe deep. So Maria and I will imitate the situation when you're probably in new environment, in place where you don't know people and nobody approaches you. So you should approach first if you don't want to sit alone the whole evening. I
Yes.
had such a situation in a restaurant. It was a celebration of friends of my parents, so I didn't know anyone. I was absolutely uncomfortable. And let's practice this. Okay.
Okay. So first of all, we need to know how to approach people, and that depend on the traditions of each country.
Mm-hmm.
But by general rule, when you don't know someone and you want to appear with a beautiful personality, the important thing is to look into the eyes of the people. Of course, you won't stare like this all the time because that will be weird, but it is very important to look into the eyes. Even if the other person is so shy that they won't look at you in the eyes, it doesn't matter. It is like a respect from your part, and also it shows that you are secure of yourself. If you feel comfortable with yourself and you carry yourself with education. So the first is look into the eyes. You can smile. Of course, if you are not the smiley person, don't smile because it will look weird. But I am the smile person. Yeah, yeah. So I love smiling, and I look stupid for many people, but so you shake the hand. In Mexico, we have this tradition. It's not like a tradition, but it we everybody does this. And so we between girls, we kiss the cheek. How are you? We kiss the cheek, we smile. With men as well, even if we don't know them. But if we are, for example, in a meeting, job meeting, and we we are meeting someone new, then we shake the hand of the other person.
Mm-hmm.
We shake the hand, and it's very interesting how you can show your personality when you shake the hand of the other person. There are some kinds of when you grab the hand of the other like without any energy, it shows you don't have a lot of personality.
I just remembered how your friend shaked my head.
Exactly. So you should check, of course, not hurt the other. That's important. But be sure
It
when
was
you
strong
shake the hand,
personality.
yes, when you shake the hand of the other, you should be sure that you are okay. I want to meet you. And so you grab the hand firmly. That is very important. While you are shaking the hand, you are looking into the eyes of the other person. That's also important. And then, well, you can go and sit and do whatever. There was this psychological study, and it showed that the most popular kids, it was made in a, I think in US also, in a school, and psychologists could not realize, and they didn't understand exactly how the popular boys and girls, the popular children, why they were popular, because they were not always the richest, the most beautiful, no, they were just normal people. For adults, just normal kids, that's all. Why are they popular? They start to ask themselves why these children are popular. So they went to the schools and they start to study the behavior of these children, and they discovered something very interesting in all the schools that they were at. They discovered that the children that are the popular ones are the ones that like the other children most. It was, we all think that it's the other way around. Oh, you are popular because everybody likes you. And that is somehow, yeah, that's true. But in reality, why people likes you? Because you like them first. And so these kids were so popular because they liked everybody. They were just friendly with everybody. They were, and so people and the kids have like they act in like in a mirror. And so, oh, he likes me, she likes me. Okay. It's like that awakes something inside you and you like them back. You don't even know why, because these kids are not analyzing why. And so that is a good thing. Of course, if you hate that person, you cannot be, oh, I like you. No, no, no. But it's more to be more like relaxed in these situations, to act more relaxed, because you also, with our language, we we just project something of ourselves to the others, and it is just on the subconscious most of the times. So when no one is talking to you, try to just hold your temptation to be with your cell phone all the time, because that probably is going to keep people away from you. When they look that you are looking at your phone all the time, they will think, oh, he's busy, she's busy, so I won't interrupt, and they won't approach. So perhaps I I've been in these situations, and it's very uncomfortable when you don't know anyone, and when you are sociable by nature and you don't have anyone to talk to, and people seems to ignore you. uh it is uncomfortable, actually, and you feel that you are the weird one in the room. So for example, Anna, what would you do if such a thing happened to you, if no one
Well,
is talking?
since I already have experience with such thing, I used to sit a part of the evening by myself and I was eating. Then I just decided to approach a person because I'm the kind of person that likes when they have a challenge, they need to overcome it to move forward. So I decided to approach a person. I approached a girl my age, we had a conversation, but it was like a little bit one-sided.
Ah,
I started to ask her questions, but I was a little bit persistent because I was worried. What are you doing? Or what are you do for living? Or something like this.
mhm.
And yeah, I felt uncomfortable. And then this girl went to her friends. So I wouldn't say it was a success, but it was breaking the ice point. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. And it's very interesting the cultures as well, how they take it. Because in some cultures it's not okay if you approach someone without being invited to approach. In others, it's bad if you are alone. Like, why are you alone? Why in Mexico we have this obsession to to be honest, sometimes I feel stressed out with this obsession of older people. So, for example, in my case, I like very much to be around children because they are funny and they do these crazy things and they don't care about what other people think. And also with elder people because they have many interesting stories to tell. So I've realized that usually when a young person is seen with older people in a meeting, for example, in a family meeting or a friends meeting, that we can see all ages. So imagine that I am sitting in a table with my old aunts and uncles, and I am enjoying myself so much. But in the other tables, there are many young people that for the moment I don't care about because I am listening to the stories of the elder people and I like it and I feel comfortable with. But there is always this aunt in Mexico. Why are you here with the old people? Why are you not with the young people? You should be there. Go and talk to the young people. It's so frustrating. Like, it is okay. So, that is very Mexican behavior of your aunts and uncles, and they have this obsession to for you to be with the young people because if you're with the old people it means that your soul is going to be old, blah blah blah. Of course not, that is just imagination. But mm, in these situations most of the times we do things that we don't feel comfortable with. For example, if I would listen to this aunt of mine and I would go with the young people, I probably would be bored a little bit in that moment because I wanted to be with this person that was telling me a very interesting story. So most of the times we have in like imported behaviors that are not our own, that we see on the internet and we see on social media, that other people tell us you should do this, and then we listen to them because this is what is okay, when actually it's not that hard. It's just like, if you want to be in this table, just go and sit there. It doesn't matter. Believe me, no one is going to think in like in a month, oh my God, Maria was sitting in the table of the old people. Who cares, you know? But most of the times we think that people are thinking so much on us, when actually that is not the situation. We live in like egocentric society. Everybody is looking after themselves. They don't care about you. So you can be free, you can feel free to do whatever you want in these matters. So in these social things that are awkward and you don't know what to do, believe me, people are not paying that much attention to you. So that is a good thing for the shy people because they won't, the next time that you go to a meeting, a reunion, a gathering of friends or family and you don't know what to do, probably the others are not going to pay attention to what you do.
Mhm.
That's the truth.
Yeah. So first things, what we're doing is we approaching person
Yes.
and we look them in the eyes and we ask them, may I have a dialogue with you, or maybe may I join you if it's a gathering of people, a group of people. And then you starting from the point where they communicate. Maybe they discuss, I don't know, clubs or sports or whatever. And you trying to fill in by giving your approach of the situation or your point of view, something that will contribute.
Usually, one thing that we must be aware of is people like to talk about themselves. So, actually, it's not so hard. When you want to approach someone, you just need to perhaps ask a few questions, enough questions to discover what they like. You can ask them then something about what they like, and they will do all the talking. It's not that hard. The hardest thing is to approach. So perhaps a smile, it helps a lot because when you
Mhm.
smile, it means that when you smile at the other person, their brains are in alert. But when they see a smile, it's like, you know, they relax and then you can approach. So that helps.
Yeah. And also your smile shows that you're open, you're not aggressive, as Marie said. So you can approach people easily. And I had a practice when I just was wandering around the school, and I was just like smiling a little bit, and people started to approach me just because I had this positive facial expression. It doesn't mean that you need to force a smile. It's very hard to look happy all of the time. It's absolutely bad for your mental health. So all of you need to do is sometimes smile to people. Try to smile to people and not be tense, because when you tense, people most often think that you're aggressive. Now we'll introduce you a short part of the video how people behave when they know social skills, when they learn how to introduce themselves.
Let's check back in with Jaramaji and see what he's up to.
He's got this, Jaramaji. He's trying to crush this event. Okay. Ah, there's a group, and it looks open. Oh, and I've been hoping to meet Julia. I'll go there. Hi, pardon me, but I overheard you guys talking about diversity and inclusion, and I'm really passionate about that line of work. I haven't met you guys, so I was hoping I could come over and introduce myself. My name is Jaramaji.
Hi, I'm Andrea. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm Adub. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Hi, I'm Julia.
Ah, nice
Great
to meet you, Julia. Hi, did you guys really enjoy that programming?
Yeah, I thought the keynote speaker was fantastic. Her views on diversity and inclusion were spot on.
Yeah, I completely echo with her. She was just fabulous.
I also liked it, but to be honest, I would have liked her to go more deeper into the risk of her improvement plan.
Oh, yeah, no, I actually agree with you. What she said really resonates with me. Part of the strategy that she suggested, we're actually implementing in our company right now.
Oh, no way. Where do you work and how is that going? We'd love to hear more about your experience.
It was really nice getting a chance to meet you guys. I'm going to go check out more of the exhibit, but I hope I get to catch up with you later on because I'd really like to understand how you guys are progressing with your diversity and inclusion in your own jobs.
Fantastic.
Sure.
Definitely.
Wow. Jaramaji did a much better job of networking in this situation, doing a fantastic job of finding an open group, engaging in two-sided, thoughtful conversation, and exiting with grace and intent.
This video is from Stanford University, so we'll put a link below. You should watch this. They are amazing. The students, this information, you absolutely must watch it. Okay, now we can discuss this. They added even some sense of humor in the first their video. it's how you shouldn't do. And in this video, the person just go to the people and start to talk about himself. Of course, nobody likes it, but this approach is how you can actually start to talk about yourself when people interested in your experience.
Yes. And I think it also, we need to understand that not every group will be open for us to approach. So we must learn how to see, analyze the situation, and yeah, be aware of that not everybody is going to be open to talk to you, and that is also fine.
Yes.
So we hope this information is useful and helpful, and we are looking forward to the other sessions and to give you more useful information so that you can practice at home, also in a safe space at first, and then try to get out of your comfort zone more and more so that your skills will be better each time.
Yeah, and we also have this course on Tuesdays and Fridays. It's evening time in the Moscow and morning in Mexico. So we'll be happy if you join us. And we have this practice together because it would be invaluable for you and for us as well.
So see you on the next session.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.